What barriers exist for victims seeking justice?
The barriers is the traditional setting, like I said.
Mm.
Once you're punished and you feel that is they have violated your right, the only avenue you can run to seek justice from is the traditional setting, the clan heads, the traditional leaders. You're not exposed to the formal justice system that actually might be more helpful than the traditional one, because the traditional one is actually trying to put more emphasis on the superiority of the man. The man is superior. Now they have wronged you. What can they do? Okay, let them compensate your family. They're not compensating you, they're compensating your family, where they got you from. So I think that is the major barrier.
So already the clan heads who are upholding those different customary norms are the ones who are also coming in to intervene in case of
yes. The very clan heads that actually promote or feel that these customary norms deserve to be in society are the ones resolving the disputes.
The disputes.
Yes.
So meaning justice is just
a
mindset in that community. But are these people who are, or the women who are maybe facing issues of GBV aware of the referral pathways?
I am sure they are not aware, because when you go down there and actually interact with them, they are surprised when you talk about most of these things, and they are yearning to know. When you actually go there and maybe tell them and say all you have to say, you identify those practices, and you say and you be like, these practices are not good. They are violating women's rights. They are violating rights of young girls. They actually yearn to know more. And maybe as you're leaving, people are following you and asking for your phone number, maybe to reach out in case they face any kind of abuse. Yeah, so they are not aware, but they want to know. When you go there, they give you time. They want to know.
To know about the referral
Yes, they want to
pathways.
know. They want to know, yes.
But then, David, also I'm also thinking about now, this is a man, he's coming into his house, he's beating the woman of the house or the mother of the children. Where are the children in this? Are they observing? Are they there seeing? Or they are first taken somewhere, maybe to the neighbors, and they face each other now,
Of course, I think all that is done. It depends on the circumstance, but most of those things happen when children are seeing. So what you're trying to actually put to them is that this is how disputes are supposed to be resolved.
To the children.
Yes, even them, I think when they are maybe in their family setting and the brother maybe gets a disagreement with the sister, that's what they will resolve. They will resort to. So as you're taking it to them, you need to actually first engage the people they listen to more, because they're the ones who have to first drive change. And who do they listen to more? Family heads, those are the husbands, clan heads, traditional leaders, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this future husband, a child in the house, who is already looking at the way of solving conflict in the house. It is by
beating.
And at this rate, I'm thinking about if it is going to be easy to have these deep-rooted issues. Like if these issues of GBV or other gender inequalities are going to be solved from the root, if they are not going to be solved from the root, then these interventions that are coming up really going to be very helpful. Because I'm looking at family being maybe the biggest agent of socialization, because the agents of socialization, we have family, we have the communities, we have the schools, and of course churches fall also. Yeah, so now if we are looking at our families, where we are staying, it is where the gender-based violence is taking place. It is where the court of the house is happening. And a child from 3 years, from the time they start understanding, they're already seeing, okay, if I make a mistake as a woman in future, I will have to be beaten. Then that means in future they will have to really uphold that. And I think let's go to the sexual reproductive health rights, the fourth segment that you talked about. What norms influence women's access to sexual reproductive health services in Arua City?
The major aspect, or the major customary norm, or the belief that people in that society have, or the men, the husbands, is that a woman should not use contraceptives. So they are trying to actually open the window for the woman to give birth to as many kids as possible. You find a family, much as I think these people, since they don't worry about food production, they think they should give birth to so many kids and without any planning. But looking at the child needs healthcare services, the child needs education services. You're not only producing them to give them food, keep them at home, take them to the garden with you and do all that stuff. So when you talk about the sexual reproductive health rights, I think that is the major belief or practice that is actually violating the rights of women and young girls in that society.
Contraception. Actually, when you talked about contraception, I remembered something that I had in a workshop that I recently attended, where some team members had gone for a visit in West
Arua,
Nile.
yes,
Yeah, in Arua,
yes.
and they said that during the social analysis and action sessions, one of the men came up and said, if I've paid my cows, why should this woman that I paid for start using contraception in my house? As the cow is giving birth, also the woman should be
giving birth. Yeah, that's how they actually think. And it also goes back to the bride price concept. The man feels that if I've paid the bride price to the woman's family, I'm entitled to do anything concerning the life of that woman. That's how abuse comes in. That's how this limitation when it comes to using contraceptives comes in. But this problem has long been solved. And they also believe that once the woman misbehaves, or once the woman tries to divorce, the family has to return that bride price. But then the Supreme Court of Uganda has already decided on that in the 2015 case of Mefumi versus Attorney General, where they're talking about bride price being an observed custom in Uganda. And now they held that actually when a woman divorces, the family of the man is not entitled to the family of the woman is not entitled to return bride price to the family of the man or to the husband, that it should stay as it is. So, but they recognized that bride price is a recognized customary practice in Uganda. However, return of bride price is not constitutional.
I'm already imagining what you talked about, that a woman is the one who is doing the housework. Now, the same woman who is also expected in the community, in the market days, in different activities of the community, is the same woman who is expected to give birth uncontrollably. And how is she managing? Anyway, let's get to the next question, which is, how do these beliefs affect decision-making autonomy?
I will say that minds of women are limited to particular things or particular activities. You're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to go and produce food for the family, you're supposed to give birth to as many kids as possible, and you're supposed to take care of me as your husband. That is the belief. So they are limiting innovation, because now innovation is going throughout the entire world. If you're limiting women in your society to be focused on only specific aspects of the family and not give them room to focus actually on how to come up with innovative ideas under other aspects of life, you're actually trying to limit their rights.
Yeah, true.
Yes, you're trying to limit their rights.
Wow. So, David, did you see any misconceptions, or did you identify any misconceptions, or how they are dangerous to people's health?
Yes, sure. They are dangerous to people's health in a way that, one, I think we talked about nutritional deficiency already. You're giving birth to many kids, you can't feed them well. That is one of the health consequences. Another health consequence is the wife or the woman herself. You're trying to actually make them give birth to so many kids. Now breastfeeding comes in. They are not eating properly. It is generally affecting everybody in society. And apart from the men, when you go there, you look at those guys, they be very strong and healthy. You understand?
Because you already said that the nutritious foods are
it's theirs.
Kept
but
for
then
the
they are
men.
limiting how women should actually eat. And it's very dangerous for our society.
Wow, thank you very much, David, for taking us to Arua. What needs to change at community level? From what you observed, from what you saw, what do you think really needs to change?
Yes, at community level, I think researchers should be more interested in creating a relationship, a good relationship with the clan heads, with the traditional leaders, because those are the main people you're going to try to first change their minds to actually put in line these customary practices. You engage them how? They will help you to identify the different customs, like identify them. Like I said, even those people we admire, they first identified their customary norms. They identified them, they codified them into one law or statute, and actually are following that. So we can bring it here. At the community level, first engage with the leaders. Let them help you understand the different norms and the consequences as well, because they know the consequences. Or maybe if they don't know the consequences, you can tell them the consequences, because you're trying to find a way of codifying these norms into one. Because you're not going to put a customary norm in statute which is actually against the supremacy test. It must meet the supremacy test under Article 2 of the Constitution, and it must be in line with the observation of human rights and justice. Yes.